Now, the story of HoneyBee. Let me go to HoneyBee. Now, this story, HoneyBee, I know most of you will not like what I'm going to say. I know most of you will not like what I'm going to say. But I want to tell you that for me, I don't come on social media to impress anyone. I don't. I am not here to please anyone. That is not my objective. My objective is to say the truth, the way I see it, or the way I've heard it. I may be misled, but at least I'll speak from what I know. I'll speak from what I know and the conclusions I've made. That's what I'll speak from. It is not to impress anyone. Nakana. Nakana. That's why sometimes I even feel that politics is not for me, because I know when you are a politician, you have to say something that people will excite people emotionally. No, me, I don't want. So, those of you who follow me and want me to speak what you want to hear, according to your figmentations or speculations, I'm sorry, I'm going to disappoint you on this one. Here is what I've discovered, what I've collected. I will come up again with some documents which I will put on the table. So the story goes back into, at the beginning of this year. At the beginning of this year. I've come to learn that the government was being supplied with medicines by a company called Mission Pharmacy. Okay? Mission Pharmacy of England, I suppose. They are the ones that used to supply medicines to Zambia. Unfortunately, our government, is owing this company about $86 million. The Zambian government has been owing this company that used to supply medicines to this country about $86 million. And this company stopped supplying medicines. It stopped supplying medicines. It stopped supplying medicine, and it stopped supplying medicines at a time when COVID has kicked in. So there was a time when, if you remember, when medicines were not. There was a time when we didn't have medicine in different hospitals. There was a time when we didn't have medicines in hospitals. Why? Because that company, that international company, stopped supplying medicine. I remember I did ask Chilufya. I did ask Chilufya when I went to the ministry. When I stormed at the ministry, I asked him, do we have the kits? Do we have the medical supply equipments or utensils? Do we have them? Do we have them enough? Those of you, if you remember, I stormed the ministry at Ndeke House when Chilufya was giving updates on COVID. And I asked, this was one of the questions. And Chilufya arrogantly dismissed me that they had enough. But actually, I had information, and my information was correct, that medicines were running low, equipment were running low. There's the what is this? Even the Mashanchan, things were running low at that point. Why? Because the government was struggling to find a supplier who could give them things pankongole. Where they were getting things, they had closed them. They said, no, we can't continue giving you if into pankongole. So they quickly started looking for a supplier. And that is how HoneyBee and Farmanova and another company came in. They got 3 companies. They got 3 companies to supply them. HoneyBee, Farmanova, and I don't know another company, which came on board. So, problem number 1, ukukana lipila impia, failure to pay our suppliers. That is problem number 1. Failure to pay our suppliers. This is a big problem. This is a big problem. So, some of you who are trying to simplify this problem, you are trying to simplify it to just a condom. This is a more complex problem. This is a more complex problem. You want to simplify it to a condom and just pin it on one man in the name of Chilufya. This is a more complex problem. And this is the problem that we have in this country. We like to be very emotional and political. Thereby, we don't sort out problems. The problem here is not just Chilufya and those condoms. We have got a bigger problem of finance. We have got a bigger problem because definitely, if you don't have money, you start looking for who can give me something and whatever. But you know, most of the times, when you don't have money and you're looking for something, at the end of the day, you compromise on quality. You compromise on quality. So 3 companies came in. 3 companies came in. And they did their first delivery. They did their first delivery at the end of September last year. That's when they did their first delivery. And who did? Farmanova, they haven't delivered anything. I've got information that Farmanova has not delivered anything. The other company, they have even cancelled the contract because they haven't delivered on anything. But why even these other companies have not delivered? It is because government has not paid them anything. Even this HoneyBee we are talking about, apparently, I was even one of those who was shouting on top of my voice that they should refund the money. Unfortunately, I have just come to learn that even these HoneyBee guys, they have not been paid. They have not been paid. So these condoms that we are complaining, you know, they are inferior quality, they are defective. What do you expect? When our government is, you know, begging suppliers to supply medical equipment or medical supplies, Pankongole, they are not paying them. What do you expect? So this for me, this is a big problem. This is a big problem. We are busy discussing, hey, what? This is a big issue. For me, the big issue is that our government is failing to supply medical equipment. That is my problem. This is the biggest issue because I've just been told that even these condoms that we are complaining about, condoms and gloves and the Panados, we have not actually paid for them. We have not actually paid for them. So our ministry, even though Chilufya was trying to speak comfortably that everything is well, it seems the Ministry of Health has been under pressure in terms of medical supplies. It has been under pressure. And it explains why when the medicines came, the following day, they were being supplied, they were being distributed around the country without testing them. Without testing them. The ministry has been under stress of medical supplies. So when these HoneyBee guys accepted that no, they can source medicine somewhere, they can source these medical supplies somewhere and deliver them Pankongole, our government was very excited. Bring. And God knows, who knows what they got, where they got, and most likely they might have compromised on quality. But for us, because we were under dire stress, immediately immediately these things came. The minister said, let's distribute them. Because he was under pressure. He was under pressure. At one point, At one point I said, Chilufya is so calm that he, is a pure doctor, that he can actually inject you, while smiling. Shirekalipandi injects you, but he's smiling as if nothing is happening. This is the situation. We were under stress. And when those things came, Chilufya felt like it's a relief. And he had to go flag out the distribution. He didn't care. Whether those things were checked or not, because of the pressure. So for me, instead of this, I have seen somebody saying, I smell corruption. I don't think so. I really don't think so. And this is a problem that we have. Most of the times, if there is a problem, let us follow the issue and find out what is wrong, other than, running to corruption. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I doubt, from my point of view, I doubt. The problem that I see is a ministry that is under stress, or a government that is under stress to purchase important supplies, such as the medical supplies. This is the situation. Because, those of you who are saying that corruption, where is the corruption? Because from what I've heard, there is no money that has come from government to pay these suppliers. So where is the corruption coming in? Chilufya, because he wanted to show that everything is okay, he jumped an important process of checking the medicines. I don't think he was taking the medicine for himself. He wanted to distribute these things quickly. He was under pressure. Corruption, I highly doubt. Call me whatever you want. I know some of you will start saying, no, Navandi Shaman, whatever. I haven't even spoken to Chilufya. Yes, I tried to call him. I tried to call him. He didn't respond. I wanted just to confirm this. He didn't respond. And I haven't even spoken to him. But these are facts which I've collected from different people, and they have told me when the medicines were coming, the only people that could supply medicine at that point, it was HoneyBee. And they were the only ones who were willing to supply without being paid. They were the only ones who were willing to supply without being paid. And that's what happened. Unfortunately, the problem comes in to the quality of the things that they delivered. But this is expected most of the times. When you don't have money and you are getting things pankongole, you get compromised things. This is what I see. I'm yet to get, somebody was telling me to say, no, it was just one batch and so on and so forth. I'm yet to clarify on that. I will not talk about that because I need to see I need more evidence. But what I see is a government under pressure, a minister under pressure to stock his hospitals with medical equipment. And he forgot, or he jumped one process. Because I'm sure Chilufya knew that these medicines are coming into medical stores. And the moment they arrived at medical stores, he already went quickly to launch a distribution. Savior has come. We now have medicines. And he quickly sent them out. So really, if you look at it, I don't think I would be saying, let anti-corruption, whatever. Anti-corruption, the party will pay up, guys. There is no money. So really, let's follow things as they are. The problem that is there is that our government has failed to pay for medical supplies. And this is the issue that we should be taking on the government. How is it that you are delaying on or you are failing to pay for medical supplies? This is a big issue. This is what we should be talking about. Corruption, I really doubt. Take Chilufya to court. Most likely, he will come out, he will be acquitted. The issues and the issue of failure to pay, which made the first company that was supplying us to close, and then we settled on these HoneyBee guys because they could bring whatever it is, and we quickly distributed it, happily that we have got medicines. But this is very dangerous. This is very dangerous. It's really dangerous that, I mean, our government has gone to this level of failing to pay for medical supplies. This is very bad. This is dangerous, Mwevantu. We are compromising on medicines. We are compromising on life and death. That's what we are doing here. We are compromising. How can a government, a responsible government, be compromising on medical supplies? Just because HoneyBee is able to bring Pankongole, we are not even sure where Kobale Fumia, we get them and we distribute them. This is very serious. This is very serious. So this is what I found out. This is what I found out. It is not an issue of to say Chilufya Shani because there is no money that has been paid. I'm told of the total supply, I'm told they have supplied about 17%. And of that 17%, government has not paid them anything yet. And as we are insulting HoneyBee, at the moment, it looks like HoneyBee is the only company that is willing to supply. So as we are insulting HoneyBee, talking about HoneyBee and so on and so forth, it looks like HoneyBee is the only kind company that is willing to supply us medical supplies. The question is, where are they getting these medical supplies? Guys, I think we are in problems. I think we are in problems. And if there is anything that President Edgar Lungu should address himself to, is not to fight Chilufya, is to address the stress that this government has to procure medical supplies. Can President Edgar Lungu give us confidence that this government cares about our health and they are able to source money and buy medical supplies? I know, I've just not checked, I know even medical health workers who are working, you know, to save lives in COVID situation, I don't think they have even been paid. I don't think they have even been paid. And this is the problem. So this problem for me, it goes down to fiscal management. This is the problem that we have. HoneyBee, yes, they want to make money. I'm sure somewhere they told them, no, we can give you medicines from Congole. But what kind of medicine are they giving them? This is the issue. This is the danger that we have. It's not about Chilufya. It's not about the issue of corruption. This is the issue that we should be looking at. I have to go.